In this video, we'll look at some of the uses of the forced completion feature in the Edit Scores dialog box. With the forced completion feature, you can grade unfinished assignments and give zeros to students who have never started an assignment. You can also give students printed assignments and grade those assignments along with your online assignments. Let's start by using forced completion with online assignments. I have a class that has one assignment. Let's assume that it's the end of the semester and I want to finalize my grades. Let's look at the assignment status and verify that all the students have completed the assignment. From the pencil menu for the assignment, we'll click View Assignment Status. 7 of my students have completed the assignment. One student, Joyce Banks, started the assignment but never finished it, and 4 students didn't start it at all. I want to give those 4 students zeros on the assignment. My assignment doesn't have an end date. If it did have an end date, then the system would automatically submit unfinished assignments like Joyce's after the end date passed. Since there is no end date, I will have to force completion on Joyce's assignment as well. In the Edit Scores dialog box, notice that the only student grades I can edit are the students who have completed the assignment. So if I want to give a student a 0 for the assignment or edit their grade, I need to force their assignment into a completed state. Let's click Force Completion. You can see which students started the assignment and those that haven't. You can click the checkboxes for individual students, or you can select all the students. In this case, I'm going to select all the students. Now all my students appear in the Edit Scores dialog box, so I can grade the assignments. Notice that I can see which questions Joyce didn't answer when she attempted the assignment. Students who never started the assignment don't have student answers and have 0 points for each question. Because all the questions in the assignment are auto-graded questions, if I want the students who didn't start the assignment to receive zeros, I don't have to do anything else. I can just click Done. Let's look at the assignment results. We can see that Joyce scored 40%, and the students who didn't start the assignment have zeros. All the assignments I forced completed have the same completion date and time. In the last section, we used the forced completion feature to give students who never started the assignment zeros. The questions in that assignment were all multiple choice questions, and therefore were automatically graded. If your assignment contains open-ended questions such as subjective short answer questions or essays, you'll need to grade those questions if you want students who didn't start the assignment to receive a 0 for the assignment. Let's take a look at why. I have an assignment in my class that has 3 multiple choice questions and 2 subjective short answer questions. When an assignment has open-ended questions, the assignment will show as red and there will be a yes in the Needs Manual Scoring column until you score the open-ended questions. Let's start by looking at the assignment status. I have 5 students who have never started the assignment. I want to give these students a 0 on the assignment, so I need to use the force completion function to do that. Now the students who didn't start the assignment have entries in the Edit Scores dialog box. They have asterisks next to their names letting me know that they have open-ended questions that I need to grade. Josephine's assignment also needs to be graded. She finished the assignment earlier, but I haven't had a chance to grade it yet. If we look at Joyce's assignment, we'll see that there are no student answers and that the subjective short answer questions have not been graded. Before we grade any of the assignments, let's go to the reporting section and see why we need to grade the open-ended questions for the students who didn't complete the assignment. In the reporting section, I'll right-click my class. Then I'll select Gradebook Report. In the Gradebook Report, I just want to show the multiple choice short answer assignment, so I'll deselect Quiz 1 and click OK. First, notice that the assignments I haven't graded yet have asterisks next to them to remind me that those scores are not complete yet. Also notice that the total points for a completed assignment is 5, but the ones I haven't graded yet have a total points of 3. This is why I want to make sure that I grade the assignments for the students I force complete. If I don't, the weighting for the assignment will be off. This isn't an issue if the entire assignment is made up of auto-graded questions. It only occurs when there are open-ended questions as part of the assignment. But as we've seen, the system will show you multiple indicators that you need to grade an assignment. Finally, notice that Josephine's assignment only has 3 total points, even though she finished it. Again, that is because I haven't graded her open-ended questions yet. Back in Classes and Assignments, let's open our class and see how we can quickly grade these open-ended questions so the students who didn't start the assignment have the correct number of total points. To grade the open-ended questions, I can either select Edit Scores from the pencil menu or click Yes in the Needs Manual Scoring column. To give students a 0 for the open-ended questions, I just need to edit them. This updates the questions so that they show as graded. Notice that there is no longer an asterisk next to Joyce's name. To update the next student, I just click their name in the list. Then I'll go through the same process of editing and updating the open-ended questions. And I'll repeat the process for all the other students who didn't start the assignment. Josephine is different. She finished the assignment and therefore has student answers. Her open-ended questions haven't been graded yet. She got both the questions correct, so I'll edit the questions and give her a point for each one. Now that I've graded all the open-ended questions, I'll click Done. We can see that the assignment is no longer red and the Needs Manual Scoring column says no. Let's take a look at how this affected the total points in the reporting section. Now the total points for the assignment is 5 for each of the students. Remember that this only applies when there are open-ended questions in the assignment. If the assignment contains only auto-graded questions, then all you need to do is force completion to give students a 0. Another way you can use force completion is to give printed tests and keep the scores in Classes and Assignments. You could have some assignments online and some of them printed. You could allow certain students to take printed tests while others take them online. Using printed tests could be helpful if you wanted to be able to make comments on a test or check the student's work. The first step is to print the test. In this example, I'm allowing students to do their homework on paper and turn it in. I've put the word paper in my test title so I remember that this is a printed assignment. Now I'll print a PDF that I can give to my students. I'll accept the default print options and click OK. Now that I've created a PDF for my students, I'll go over to Classes and Assignments and create an assignment for the test. I'll drag the test onto the class to start the new assignment wizard. I'll keep the assignment name the same as the test name so that I remember that this is a printed assignment that I gave to my students. Since this is never going to be an online assignment, I'm just going to click through the assignment wizard and add the assignment to my class. As students hand in their printed assignments, I can use the force completion feature to enter their grades. Let's suppose that Joyce has handed in her homework and that I've graded it. Now I'm ready to enter her grade for that assignment into the system. Let's select Edit Scores from the pencil menu. And then click Force Completion. I'll select the checkbox next to Joyce's name and click OK. If I was doing this for a whole class, I might wait until I graded everyone's paper and then force complete the entire class. Now I'll enter the scores for the individual questions. If you wanted to give students a score on the entire assignment instead of entering grades for each question, you could do that by entering the total number of points that the student earned on the assignment in the first question. For example, if I had a 10-question quiz and Joyce received an 80%, I could just enter 8 points into the score of the first question. I'll click Done to record Joyce's homework. And those are some of the ways to use the force completion feature.